pretty sure that's your wife, sir.
That thing! It's not there anymore!
Mega lost it after South Park ripped into Trump, his staff, and their crypto circus in just one brutal episode. Why? Because this was not a light jab or a wink at the camera. This show turned the White House into a full-blown haunted mansion and made the president look like the guy scared of his own reflection. Instead of power and control, we got paranoia and confusion playing out like a late-night horror comedy.
My wife? What does it want?
Maybe it's somehow trying to communicate. Don't worry, we won't let anything happen to you.
Ah! Where did Plain Bonnie go?
South Park opened the episode by framing the White House like something out of a Halloween special. The East Wing gets demolished, and suddenly there is a vengeful wraith haunting the building. Why is the president calling paranormal investigators instead of running the country? Why is Stephen Miller walking in like a Victorian ghost hunter? The show basically said the scariest thing in Washington is not a spirit, it is the administration itself.
Yes, we're paranormal investigators. We've been asked to come and investigate the mysterious woman in the hat.
I am Stephen Miller, Senior Advisor to the President for Immigration and Domestic Policy.
They literally made Trump afraid of shadows. He sees something in the corner of the room and he begins to panic. His staff runs around like characters in a haunted mansion. The punchline lands when someone calmly says, "I'm pretty sure that's your wife." That is not light teasing, ladies and gentlemen. That is pure humiliation. South Park turned the most powerful office in the world into a jump scare comedy routine.
Ever since I tore down the East Wing, there's this thing that keeps appearing.
What kind of thing?
Sometimes I see it in a mirror or in the hallway.
Then there is the physical comedy. The running joke about Trump's tiny anatomy is not accidental. They show it in a shower scene that has nothing to do with the plot. The camera lingers, the soap drips, Towley, the literal talking towel, gets dragged into all of this. Why include that? Well, because the show wants to make him look insecure and ridiculous. It is not policy criticism, it is ego destruction.
The charges were filed by Attorney General Pam Bondi, who said that the president is a great man.
And they did not stop there. The remodeling fight inside the White House is about tearing down the East Wing for a ballroom instead of building a nursery. Satan is arguing about where the baby goes. Trump casually suggests putting the baby in the bathroom. What does that say? Well, it says that the president's priorities are warped. Parties matter more than responsibility. Optics matter more than stability.
So then over here is where you're gonna have the big golden pillars that you guys wanted?
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Okay, and then right over here is where we're gonna put your dance floor.
All right.
Wait, dance floor? I thought we were knocking the East Wing down to make room for the nursery.
Now let's talk about the staff. Stephen Miller is introduced like a gothic ghoul. He looks decades older than he should. His voice and his posture, well, it feels like he stepped out of a haunted crypt. That is not random design. That is intentional visual messaging. South Park is saying this administration feels dark, obsessive, and also extreme. You do not accidentally draw someone like that.
The way that they did Stephen Miller there, he looks as old as Stephen Miller. Like that's the right age for Stephen Miller.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I saw an article the other day about some MAGA Halloween party. You know the dude who does the proclamations? Apparently that guy is 39.
Pam Bondi gets one of the most brutal visual jokes of the entire episode. She keeps having literal brown residue on her nose. They call it rectoplasm. The joke, it repeats itself. It becomes part of the plot. She is the medium in a seance while physically portrayed as a brown noser. How much clearer can a metaphor possibly get? South Park is not whispering here, it is currently shouting.
Subject is showing some kind of viscous residue on her nose.
Well, what the is it?
Sometimes there's a physical manifestation of spiritual energy, a bridge between the spiritual world and ours. In this case, it appears to be some kind of rectoplasm.
Rectoplasm?
JD Vance spends half the episode sweating through secret plans. He looks nervous every time Trump talks about threats to the baby. He is portrayed as someone scheming behind the scenes with Peter Thiel. Why frame him like that? Well, because the show wants viewers to question loyalty and internal chaos. It paints a picture of a team that does not trust itself.
It's unbelievable. The rectoplasm seems to be 54% filet-o-fish sandwich.
Oh my god! I ate a filet-o-fish sandwich last night!
Jesus!
And then there is Don Jr. He shows up grinning about big crypto dump. That is the line, a big crypto dump. He is not serious. He is not strategic. He is excited about scamming people. South Park flattens him into a cartoon hype man for pump and dump schemes. It strips away any illusion of sophistication.
She's sort of like a ghoulish just linker, which honestly
the
fits.
hat.
So, okay, the episode itself starts with Stan Marsh talking to his dad, Randy, about why they had to move out of their house and into their grandfather's retirement home. Randy Marsh says he had a cannabis business that I think went belly up.
Even the head of the FCC appears as a literal mummy who lost his freedom of speech. That is layered satire. It connects censorship, absurdity, and decay into one image. They are not writing neutral commentary. They are painting a haunted administration full of caricatures who will look like villains in a parody.
We've double-checked everything, sir. All the exterior doors are locked. No windows have been breached.
And yet the president swears something was in the room with him.
Is he going to be all right?
Pretty shaken. Pam Bondi is in there now trying to calm him down and make him feel better.
Why would South Park go this hard? Well, it's because they know exaggeration exposes insecurity. If you are confident in power, you do not look scared of ghosts. If you are steady, you do not call a seance in the dining room. If you are disciplined, you do not obsess over optics and crypto schemes while the building feels like it is collapsing.
And it's also 28% Taco Bell.
Oh my god! I ate Taco Bell this morning!
What does it mean?
And it's 14% its own.
Oh my god! I ate...
And if you are enjoying this breakdown, then hit that subscribe button right now because we are just getting started. Now, South Park did not whisper criticism. It mocked the power structure from the inside out. It used ghosts, ghouls, and crypto jokes to say something simple. Chaos at the top looks ridiculous. When leadership feels like a haunted house, the people notice. That is the roast. That is the humiliation. That is why Mega cannot stop talking about it.
Mr. President, this entity you speak of, how many times has it appeared?
It appears more and more lately. I can't get away from it. It's everywhere I go. It's here right now. In the corner.
The kids launch a meme coin called South Park Sucks Now. Each token is priced at about $9.95. That number is not random. It sounds like a late night infomercial. They brag about clearing $100,000 in pre-sale volume before liquidity even locks. That is straight crypto language. That is pump culture. That is FOMO marketing dressed up as revolution.
Introducing the South Park Sucks Now cryptocurrency coin. This digital meme token is your way to be a part of the fastest growing community in America. This used to be a great town before all the politics came and ruined it all.
And what do they say? It's not about a coin. It's about a movement. How many times have we heard that line in real life? Comment down below. How many times has hype replaced substance? South Park captures that tone perfectly. The disclaimers roll out like a real SEC filing. Not a financial advisor, highly volatile, loss of all funds possible. It sounds absurd, but it is accurate. Then comes the real punch. The plan is a classic rug pull. Pump the coin, create hype, lock liquidity, and then what do? Well, you dump it. They say it openly. They are not hiding it. They even mention registering as an MSB with the federal government to make it even easier. And here is the key detail. They say corruption at the White House makes it all simple.
Get in on our crypto meme coin with this incredible pre-sale offer. Each coin is just $9.95, but could be worth 10 times that overnight.
Wait, a meme coin?
Do you want South Park to change? Then order your coins today at southparksucksnow.com.
Why would the White House need to greenlight a rug pull? Why is Don Jr. smiling about a big crypto dump? Because the episode is tying the pump and dump world directly to Washington. It is saying this culture of grift does not sit outside politics. It sits inside the building. The show even has the crypto advisor explain it clearly. Crypto is just a giant money laundering scheme for the rich to get rich. That is not subtle satire. That is a thesis statement. They are not debating the pros and cons of blockchain. They are mocking the culture around it and the people using it as shortcuts to power.
President Trump, you are an incredible man. Whatever this is, we have your back.
Oh, Pam, you got some shit on your nose again.
Really?
So what does South Park show here? Well, it shows a system where corruption exists, but the scapegoat is convenient. The big machine stays intact. The small operator takes the fall. The headline says, fraud exposed. The power structure survives.
2 paranormal investigators were indicted today on federal charges of falsifying data. The president said that the bad people manipulated readings and reports to make fake news.
And the final news report scene is brutal. The anchor explains that a massive crypto fraud has been uncovered at the White House. Charges were filed by Pam Bondi, who praises the president, and that line, well, it hits pretty hard. The system polices criticism, not corruption. Why would South Park frame it in that way? Well, because they are arguing that the real haunting is not a ghost. It is deception. It is grift culture. It is political loyalty over accountability. The horror theme becomes a metaphor for a building full of secrets and also ego.
Stan Marsh is not a financial advisor affiliated with any financial institution. Digital assets are highly volatile and may involve significant risk, including loss of all funds. Ownership of South Park Sucks Now coin does not represent equity, profit sharing, or ownership of any company, platform, or project. Participation is voluntary and should only be undertaken by individuals who fully understand the risks associated with blockchain assets. South Park Sucks Now coin is not registered with or affiliated by the SEC or any financial authority. Please review all disclosures and consult a licensed financial advisor before engaging in digital asset transactions.
That's so good.
Even the 750,000 likes overnight is commentary. That is outrage culture. That is viral discontent. The boys turn frustration into a coin. They monetize anger. They sell rebellion for a $9.95 token. How many movements start online and end in someone else's bank account? The episode ends with the haunted White House still standing. The crypto fraudster goes to jail. JD Vance walks away. Don Jr. keeps grinning. The baby subplot continues. Nothing feels stable. Nothing feels resolved. That is the point.
How many weeks has it been now, dealing with one stupid thing after another? The truth is, I think a lot of people are just afraid to admit that South Park sucks now.
South Park roasted Trump by making him paranoid. It roasted his staff by turning them into ghouls and hype men. It roasted the crypto world by showing how easy it is to pump and dump when politics looks friendly. It did not soften the message, and this is why the reaction has been so loud. When satire exposes ego, fear, and grift in one package, people, they feel it. They do not argue about policy. They argue about respect. South Park did not give respect. It gave caricature.